We will, one, get to share something in person together, which is going to be so beautiful that we haven't done in a while, and get to hear real music together. But also, we will all be left with a sense of what the sonic architecture of that space is, and what it really felt like to be in that place at that time.
Douglas Perkins is Associate Professor and Director of Percussion at the University of Michigan. He'll be leading the Detroit Chamber Winds and Strings group in a performance of John Adams' Sila, The Breath of the World, at the Cranbrook Academy, August 29th. We've been joined by Doug and composer, Pulitzer Prize-winning composer John Luther Adams. The work entitled Sila, The Breath of the World, which was premiered at Lincoln Center a few years back. Douglas, you were there, and you led that first performance in the Hearst Plaza at Lincoln Center. Take us to that place and kind of paint us a visual picture of what's happening in this composition.
It was a wonderful time in that plaza, and a special and unique time. And I think one of the great things about John's work generally, and especially in Sila, is that these pieces, these outdoor pieces, are, in some ways, I think John has referred to them as musical echolocations. So they are sounds that fill the space we are in and sort of end up telling us about the space and teaching us about our sense of place in ways we didn't expect. So being there in that plaza, in being surrounded by Aerosaarinen buildings, we were able to feel become one with that portion of New York. I'll always sort of remember how that day felt, and the sounds being made of Sila sort of bringing out things about the space and about that place and time. And I think, when we're in the quad at Cranbrook with Saarinen's buildings, I think similarly we will all enter into the space together, and we will, one, get to share something in person together, which is going to be so beautiful that we haven't done in a while, and get to hear real music together. But also, we will all be left with a sense of what the sonic architecture of that space is, and what it really felt like to be in that place at that time.
Why is your music so intertwined with being outdoors, being out in nature?
I came on this idea that in contemporary culture, we're homeless in a sense. And obviously I'm using that metaphorically, but we've lost our way as a culture. And I had grown up with a sense of not knowing where home was. And I think all my life I've been trying to compose home, trying to find my own place within the larger music of this miraculous planet that we inhabit. And all my life, I've been trying to draw my music directly from the earth, from the air, from the water, from the birds, from the elemental substance of this world. And Sila is, is one incarnation of that lifelong quest.
A lot of Detroit area people are very familiar with the Cranbrook Academy. It's a wonderful public space where people are welcome to wander and think and dream. So we can imagine in our minds places from the Art Museum to Big Jonah to all of the other meadows everywhere. Where exactly will you be?
We'll be in the quad of the Upper School campus, and so it's a nice space with beautiful big trees surrounded on each side by buildings with the fountain in the center. I can tell you that the tubas will be sitting next to the fountain. They are the fundamental pitches that hold the piece together. The quad will be divided into these kind of little squares, so that anyone that is coming has their own socially distanced place that's well delineated, so that it should feel beautiful and also feel really safe while everyone is enjoying with us.
I know this is going to be a glorious performance because Doug Perkins is the music director. As you might imagine, these outdoor works present unique challenges, and it's very different from performing music indoors in a concert hall. So we've got the musicians, we've got the space, and we've got Doug, who has designed and led more performances of my outdoor works than really anyone else. So I have complete faith that this will be a definitive and a very beautiful performance of Sila.
You can find more at onedetroitpbs.org or subscribe to our social media channels and sign up for our One Detroit newsletter.